which comes first, the performance or the culture? And it sounds backwards, but really the culture has to be there first because the performance on its own won't stand up if the culture isn't there and the people aren't there believing, to your point earlier, in the organization, right? This group of people that's here together, hopefully rowing the boat in the same direction to do whatever the thing is, right? For us, it's accounting. Some people, it's making widgets, right? Just whatever that thing is that you're going to do. But that culture has to be there or the performance won't last. It will be short-lived. So that's what I believe anyway.
That's exactly the next question that was coming up for me is, it seems like there's how do we accommodate? How do we support having these, how do we create representation where people feel a sense of connection and synergy and that ability that openness to speak up and to say the difficult things, right? It's interesting. It's counterintuitive. If you have sort of this grind culture where and that's maybe fostered by fear. The research is even showing this as well, that you're going to have a lower likelihood that people are going to say what needs to be said, especially the things that people don't want to hear. Right. So it could be a bit counterintuitive. Like, wow, if we actually take care and create a culture where people feel that sense of security, that sense of trust, it'll actually help them say the more difficult things that need to be said. I think right now, when we're at a time where things are changing so rapidly, and if we don't hear from many different voices, that maybe this client is things aren't working out, or this piece of technology is failing in this way, or then we're gonna miss the ball, right? And because I think how fast everything's going. But on the other side, we got this performance reality, right? And so, fostering a lot of these offerings and a foundational culture at WIS that's supportive. How do you introduce the performance element that still balances this reality? How does that come into the conversation?
Yeah, great question because that's literally where we are in the organization, like right now. We've been really lucky to hire an amazing CIO who's brought together a technology and transformation team over the last 2 years. And so it's been a large push on data. Where is the data? Where is our information? And not presenting it to our accountants with charge hour requirements, which most accounting firms do, which is why it tends to be not a great place to work, right? You're kind of getting ground down during the busy seasons, like again, those high waves, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and then we get crushed again, right? And how much are we have to work and grind it out.